Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I made the starter tent from Animal Crossing New Horizons. Prior to New Horizons, I'd never actually played an Animal Crossing game. I'm very much aware that this game is inferior when it comes to the older releases, but I still ended up liking it, even if it's just because it was my first Animal Crossing game. I decided to make the starter tent that you get at the start of the game, just because I ended up missing it as I progressed through the game. I'm not sure why, but starting out as a tent on a remote island was just endearing to me, and I missed it as I built up my island. The base starts off as a chunk of XPS foam cut to size, which I then cut chunks out of to help make it look more like dirt. This kind of worked, but I think I went a bit overboard in some spots. Using some wooden dowels, I start constructing the base of the tent. I'm not too worried about it looking good, I just need it to be solid. I then remove the tent, and then cover the entire base in a thick layer of goop. I make sure to unclog the holes that the frame left behind, as I need the tent to be removable in the future. The entire base then gets primed white, and then is coloured a very light brown, almost like a yellowy brown. The top of the base then gets an almost white dry brush, whereas the bottoms get a brown wash. I tried to make it look like there was a gradient, but I don't think this worked very well. I then take some watered down PVA glue and kinda blotch it onto the base, and then sprinkle on some modelling grass. I then follow this up with some sprinkles of fake snow, because it's currently winter in Australia, and I'll be very lucky if I even see some frost this year. The entire base then gets doused in isopropyl alcohol and PVA glue to seal everything in. Placing a piece of baking paper on top of the base, I start to build up the tent using pieces of fabric that I've already cut to size. I used watered down PVA glue to secure everything together, which didn't cause any problems at all and was very easy to remove thanks to the baking paper. The reason the tent had to be removable was because I wanted to use a tea light to light it up from the inside. Now that the tent's done, I can start placing the various details on the base. I glue clumps of grass to the base in various colours, and I dab some white paint onto some of the clumps to make them look like they're frosty. I also do the same thing to the edges of the tent's roof, but I'm not sure how accurate this is to real life. I then turn my attention to the various clay details around the base, such as the radio, the stump that the radio sits on, and the mailbox. These are all made out of varying shades of clay, and painted to match. The last step is to then glue everything in place. And with that, it's finished. Thank you for watching! This month's project was definitely simpler, but that's because I have big plans for next month's video, and I need all the time I can get to work on that one. I might do another Animal Crossing themed video in the future, but I haven't decided yet. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, have a good one!